Hello Knights, it's Starseed, and today I'll be talking about what's the best starting hero and why is it Nectarius. So, looking at the various heroes here, obviously when you start with the base one, you get no bonuses, and that's not that great. So let's look at a few of the ones that are really good for starting players. Again, my preference being Nectarius. So the reason he's so good is he's giving you 250 extra sacred potions per hour. On a new player, you're only earning, just a few sacred potions per hour. So essentially, this is boosting your ability to revive troops for free by about 100 times. Nectarius is giving you 6,000 sacred potions a day, so that's basically 6,000 gold a day that you're not spending. And you can essentially do a lot of your troop revives at zero cost. In the long run, this ends up saving you a lot of gold, which allows you to save your gold for, saving up to 1,000,000 for another hero unlock, or buying the watchtower for finding things, and other various bonuses. You'll find a lot of players are using the Valencia, and I did try her. I found her pretty disappointing, just because while there are a lot of great gifts you can potentially get, mercs are always great, but you can see here that until she's on level 149, the mercs she's getting are still relatively crappy mercs. It's not until you get 200 plus that it gets to be reasonably good, and then over 300 where it's actually the really good mercs. And again, while there are some nice bonuses here, most of this stuff like 10,000 gold, good. But silver, resources, name changes, teleports, it's pretty crappy stuff. And when you get, the food bonus for the third time in a row, you just trash her and get something else. So I advise against going with Valencia, just because they aren't good enough. For starting heroes, another good option for some people, if you want to be leveling your hero, the Viking guy, 50% to the health and troops without any captains. So if you're, attacking other players, but then you lose the ability to send captains. So he's like, he's so-so. The other really great one is Alrick. Alrick is just end game, early game, mid game. He's fantastic. What he does is he makes your city a lot more awkward to attack. And that right there is just incredibly useful. It gives you options when defending because you actually have time to respond. And I talked about him a bit in the KVK video. Other heroes that I like, Marion's increasing the value of his equipment. If you have some nice equipment on, that's a really good bonus. The Water Walker, if you're going to be attacking players in other kingdoms, pretty useful. And the March Speed bonus on Raijong, not terrible. Being able to get things faster is always good. Heyman, the city bonus is twice as effective. Can be pretty good. If you're on a, for example, a plus food city tile, then getting him doubles the effectiveness of that. So it allows you to carry a much larger standing army. And the other good one I like is if you're playing defensively. This guy increasing the power of your engineers, strength and health, and makes your walls extremely powerful potentially. Anything missed that was good? Oh, yes, one key one I missed. Guan Yu. So this actually I would probably put in the top 3, maybe top 4. And he's great because you always get first strike when attacking other players. So not having your your largest stack lose a lot of power, incredibly useful. So that's my thoughts. If you agree, disagree, let me know in comments, because this is a very subjective thing, and people will feel different ways. You'll see that it's not just everybody in the game running the same one. There's a reasonable balance here. But for me, top 3, Nectarius, especially if you're lower level. Alrick is always amazing. And number 3, hard to say. Maybe Guan Yu. He's probably going to be the next one I unlock. But Marion's also has a lot of potential. Increasing your stats by 101.5 times that's huge.